I'm the executive director of North Country School, and the school itself is an amazing experience for children who are in grades 4 to 9. And the idea behind our approach to education is that we have a rigorous academic program that is also supported by alternative programs that allow children to be children, to play, to learn more about themselves, and to test themselves. And our main programs are the arts programs, both performing and visual arts, the outdoor program, including lots of hiking here in the Adirondack Mountains of New York State. And then we have a wonderful farm and garden where we have sheep and goats and chickens and pigs and turkeys, and we take care of the animals. We also take care of many acres of organic gardens, and the children are involved in working on the farm so that they learn what it means to work, what it means to take care of others, and also what it means to feed a community. And the food here, besides being amazing, the food mostly is grown here on our farm. So we have a thoughtful community that engages academically and also personally. And we believe that children in grades 4 to 9 need to learn more about themselves. They certainly need to learn discipline and self-control, but they also need to know what it feels like to be happy with yourself, to be joyful, to increase self-esteem, to have confidence, and to be a leader. So we put children in positions where they're challenged daily, both academically and personally. We have a rule within the school, we call it the food rule, and that is that 20% of every meal that we serve at North Country School, of all of the ingredients, come from within 30 miles of our campus. And the reason that we have a food rule is that we make sure that our food is fresh and healthy. And in particular, much of the food that we serve here comes from our farm. So there are two very important characteristics about that food rule. One is that we believe that children, that their personal health is incredibly important, and we believe that it starts with what they eat and how they eat. So we have these wonderful meals that are family style meals. Our food is exceptional. There's a lot of conversation around the table, and so we really believe that family style dining experience is community building. So for instance, today at lunch, we will have lettuce in our salad that has been grown here on our campus, that has been tended by our children, and then was also harvested by our children yesterday afternoon. So the lettuce is less than 24 hours old. It was cultivated by our community, and then it was shared within our community. And we believe that beyond the health value, the value of children understanding what it means to do meaningful work, and then to enjoy the fruits of the meaningful work, we think that translates really well to life. And we want our children, and once they become adults, when beyond college and they're in their careers and then they're in their communities, we want them to remember that the work that they do isn't just for them, but it is for the greater good. So going back to our food rule, it seems like an interesting, sort of funny thing that we are so proud of, but there's so much intentionality built into why food is important and why having our kids helping cultivate that food is very important. Yeah, so we have a full academic day similar to any other of our peer junior boarding schools. We do have a differentiation in their schedule for our youngest students, grades 4, 5, and 6, and our older students, grades 7, 8, and 9. For our younger students, they're taking mandatory classes throughout the day, including electives, which include the arts and other sort of non-traditional core academic classes. Our 7th, 8th, and 9th graders take their core academic classes in the morning, and then they also take their electives are all in the afternoon, and they truly are electives for the older students. So we have a saying here, art every day, and we mean it. Every one of our students takes an art class, at least one art class every single day. And that could include the performing arts, building and sculpture classes, they ceramics, photography, music, you name it, we do it in the arts. And then also we have some alternative elective programming like our Edible Schoolyard project, which combines learning the science of food, but also the art of food. And that's taught in the Teaching Learning Kitchen, which is a dedicated kitchen classroom here on campus. We also have an outdoor leadership program, and we call it the ODL. The ODL is an intentional class for beginners and experts in the outdoors, and they learn not only the skills that they need to safely navigate the outside world and the mountains that they climb, but also they learn what it means to be outdoors, the therapeutic benefits of being outdoors, and also the benefits of learning how to become a leader of a trip outdoors. So it's a combination of learning how to be safe in wild places, but also it's a tool that we use for children to learn how to be leaders as well. For our core academic program for our 7th, 8th, and 9th graders, it is truly individualized. We have children right now taking calculus as a 9th grader. If their math is at the right place, then there's no limit to the top level of math class that they're able to take. In fact, for the last 3 years in a row, we have offered an AP calculus class to our 9th graders. So there's no limitations of what students are able to do academically. And then certainly for our sciences, English and history, those are our grade level classes, biology, environmental science. So our technology policy is what's called or known as intentional technology. So our children become experts in areas of technology that's necessary for their academic success. And so we have a 1-to-1 laptop program where every child has a Chromebook laptop and is connected to the academic experience for our children. When we think about intentional technology, that means that we're using technology as a tool, not as a distraction. And as we know, the age of child that we work with, grades 4 to 9, become maybe easily distracted, and maybe we as adults become distracted by technology as well, and it takes away from what we need to do when it comes to work or when it comes to school. So our intentional technology approach means that we're using technology as a tool and also preparing them to use it once they leave North Country School. And that's where our technology ends. We don't allow students to have cell phones while they're at North Country School. The only exception is that our 9th graders are able to use their phones 2 times per week for 45 minutes. And of course, they're checking in on all of their social networks or maybe watching a video or something on their phone. But it is only 45 minutes twice a week, and it's also supervised, so they're not on their phones in their rooms, they're out in public spaces. So we believe that we haven't taken phones away from children. What we believe is we have given them the opportunity to learn how to more directly communicate with each other and not type out a relationship, but actually build relationships one-to-one. And it really is for the age category that North Country School works with. It's the most thoughtful approach to children learning how to learn, but also be safe on the internet and also not distracted by a device, but more paying better attention to the people who are around them. The majority of our international students will arrive in grades 6, 7, or 8, and then they leave after they graduate in 9th grade. While I'm in Singapore, I will have the opportunity to meet with families if they're interested in an interview, and we can do it in person or upon my return back to the United States. We do intentionally leave a couple of spots open specifically for international students for mid-year arrival. And so we have 2 openings, one for a boy and one for a girl in January of 2025. And so if there are any families who may want to accelerate their process or who are looking for a mid-year entry opportunity, there are 2 openings at North Country School for a January enrollment.